You should know better than to ever judge a book by its cover. Mr. Moore, I am so sorry. I assure you this will never happen again, because Karen here is fired.
What? Fired? No, you can't do that.
I just did.
We're back in the Dharma cinematic universe. A universe where every person that looks rich is actually poor, and every person that looks poor is actually rich. You shouldn't judge someone based on their appearance. They might be secretly rich and will give you a Lamborghini. Or whatever. Subscribe now if you think that's what Dharma is like. So today we're going to be taking a look at 5 more controversial Dharma videos. And in my eyes, these are actually a lot more controversial than the previous 6 offerings we took a look at. Without further ado, let's just get right into this. Number 1, we have Bank Teller Poor Shames Black Customer. This video as a whole perfectly portrays what Darman thinks of the world. Every person that looks rich is actually poor, and every person that looks poor is actually rich. It's just ridiculous, and the message, this is really the best example of how Darman constantly does that. Don't judge someone based on how they look, they might be secretly rich. And no, the bank teller did not instantly regret it. Edit. She kept on with this view until she was fired. But, whatever, every Darman video is like this. Number 2, TikTok teen kicked out of office. If you're not familiar with the Darman cinematic universe, Allison Day is Darman's interpretation of Addison Rae. But, here's the thing. Yeah, I agree. Newspapers are old-fashioned, and old isn't always gold. But here's the thing. Who do you think is going to be calling an interior design service? A bunch of 12-year-olds on TikTok watching Boss Baby at 3 a.m.? Or a bunch of 40 to 70-year-olds? And I love how they're trying to make Barbara out to be a villain, but it's the truth. Half of Addison Rae's viewers don't even have a house. And the next one, TikTok teen kicked out of club, is basically the same. It shows how Darman is trying to appeal to the TikTok community in hopes of being trendy. Imagine if the TikTok part were cut out. It wouldn't be the same like, spoiled teen tries to cut in line. She instantly regrets it. So yeah, these 2 videos, they kind of just fall into the same category. But my god. Oh, and the next 2. Kid fakes allergic reaction. And while I did say in my last video on Darman that the Mikey series has always been a conundrum for me, it has. It got repetitive after a while. This one is a special kind of annoying. First of all, it's just so mean-spirited. So Mikey decides to fake an allergic reaction. Just because. Now, what does his mom do about it? She doesn't try teaching him about how lying is bad beyond telling him what happens in the dark always comes to light. She thinks it's best to be dishonest in return. She sets up a whole fake operation, okay? Gets all the teachers and doctors to come in, and then Mikey fakes his ankle being broken or something. I haven't watched the video in such a long time. And then Mikey admits he's faking it. And his mom tells him he's in big trouble and still has to take the exam. And then Mikey comes clean to his gym teacher and says, "My leg never really hurt. I just wanted to get out of a test." Now you think that Mikey would get some bonus points for being honest. But no, he has to run 2 miles. It just... You know the saying, 2 wrongs don't make a right? Well, in this case, it should be 57 wrongs don't make a right. It's just, what sucks is that we're supposed to be satisfied with the punishment that Mikey gets. And the next one, kid fakes sick not to skip class. The video perfectly portrays what is wrong with Darman as a whole. First of all, Darman videos generally were like Disney. They actually taught life lessons. But eventually they became more corporate, and eventually just more repetitive. They went from bad ones toppling racism and ignorance to even worse videos about literal 3-year-olds causing a world war over skipping school. And did anyone else think that Mikey's dad was overly aggressive and borderline abusive? I hope I'm not the only one who did. But, like, yeah, these Darman videos, like, they are more controversial, but I pretty much just said all that needs to be said about them. They all have the same cliched message of, don't be nice to someone because it's the right thing, do it because they might be secretly rich and will give you a Lamborghini. They all follow the same cliched storylines, desperately trying to appeal to the lowest common denominator crap, and let me make this clear, I don't hate Darman. Just some of his videos could use a little work. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Goodbye, I guess.